The agenda of today's meeting are MTCBU General Director opening speech, Holy Mashaer Sector Director introduction, Smart Operation Project status, Galvanized pipe replacement status, O&M toilet readiness status, water supply status and analysis.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In fact, we start planning for Hajj early. In other words, after each season, directly MTCBU and NWC start preparation for the next season. All this including the operation and maintenance activities, starting from maintenance of reservoirs, valves and toilet blocks, and all the components of the networks which performs a good services for the pilgrims during Hajj. Starting from 1st of Rajab, we start filling and testing cooling system networks and firefighting networks. By the end of Ramadan, we start giving the all required quantities for Mashaer, for testing drinking water networks, in addition to the cooling system and firefighting network. According to the strategy of NWC to develop operational maintenance of Mashaer sector areas, we start this year a smart operation projects, which give a full automation of the network components by SCADA system.
Since last year, we start immediately with the preparation for this Hajj season. A lot of project has been implemented after last Hajj in the water and the wastewater and the enhancement project related to services. We have a strategic project this year, which is the smart operation, which will give us the ultimate impact positively in the to serve the pilgrims. In addition to that, in Mina we will have 100% coverage for all the block toilets to be monitored, and we monitor the pressure from the control room, and if there is any low pressure, it will be act immediately and automatically. This year we are changing the approach of the operation. We are changing the focus, and we are focusing to manage Al-Mashaer area in Mina, specifically to be managed in smart operation. This smart operation will give the automated functions. We will manage the critical zones this year 100% by the technology. We are using smart technology in order to get the high efficiency in serving the pilgrim.
In the critical zones, zone number 4 and 3, we will have 10 chambers in which we will install all the components of SCADA instrumentation, which will lead us to control the network, such as the motorized valve, flow meters, pressure loggers. All these components will be installed in the chambers of the boundary valves. We have 2 reservoirs, as you know, supplying zone 4 and zone 3. Also 10 boundary valves to control the DMZ of these 2 zones. So all these components will be installed, inshallah, before this Hajj season. The progress of these chambers are 7 chambers already done, and we are reviewing the 3 remaining chambers, the locations of those 3 remaining chambers, and we are mitigating all the issues we have on site. As we explained previously, this is one of the excavation has been done, which include 2 chambers in zone 4 and 3. This is all the civil work, as you can notice, already finished, and we will install in each chamber, as we explained, the motorized valve, the flow meters, the pressure loggers, the plunger, all the necessary equipment as per the scope of work of the project. And during the construction of these chambers, we face few problems, and we mitigate the problems as the project manager of the contractor will explain to us how we mitigate these issues with him.
As we can see here, we faced some problems for narrow dimension between lines, so we can't construct two chambers. That's why we combined two chambers inside one chamber, but we mitigated this action by increasing wall thickness, wall and the dimension for chamber to enable us to start installation and to enable us to finalize this installation for instrumentation in good way, inshallah.
As we explained previously, that in Smart Operation Project we have a major part which is the leak detection works and activities. We are implementing various types of leak detection techniques such as ground microphones, correlators and gas helium technology. Now we already have our leakage detection specialist from the project team, and he will explain to us the technology, how it will work.
Right now we're injecting helium gas inside the line and making holes inside the soil so the gas will come up. Helium gas is already 5 times lighter than air, so it comes out of the soil from the holes we made. Now these gas are totally safe and usable for long distances. Now we'll try to measure the helium coming outside. Right now, the percentage is 0. There is no helium come out of the line. There should be, if there is any leak, there should be a percentage right here on the screen. That's the percentage of the helium coming out, ppm.
Here, we are replacing the 2-inch galvanized pipe feeding the toilet block. This pipe is in bad condition, and we had a lot of complaints related to these pipes during last Hajj with leakages and breakages. We are replacing these pipes by a new pipe, high density polyethylene pipe, and we will install on this main line a collar or clips and with valve in order to close and open the valve as per our needs. On the same toilet block, we will install within Smart Operation Project the pressure loader and the IMR. The automatic meter reading will allow us to follow the flow and to monitor the flow continuously during Hajj days and estimate and calculate the consumption of the toilet block. The pressure logger will allow us also during Hajj days to follow the pressure and the water supply to the toilet in order to be ready and be proactive in case of a shortage of water.
The O&M progress of the toilet blocks according to the roadmap of the O&M activities. We start the wet processes from 15 of Shawwal up to 15 Dhul Qa'dah, and we are now in the middle of this period. We are working according for the plan, but we still have some delays, and we are trying our best to mitigate all these delays, and inshallah in the recovery period, which starts from 15 of Dhul Qa'dah up to 1st of Dhul Hijjah, inshallah we are sure that we will recover all the actions required to ensure the readiness of the operation.
I'm speaking about the Hajj 1436 water supply plan for Makkah and Mashaer. I have 5 slides in the presentation. The first one is the comprehensive plan as an executive summary with the objectives, KPIs and status for each period. We distinguish 3 periods. The first period is the hatch preparation from 1st of Shawwal to 29 of Dhul Qa'dah. The second period is the 1st of Dhul Hijjah to 6th of Dhul Hijjah, which are critical days for the supplies of Mashaer and Makkah city. And from 6th to Dhul Hijjah to 13th of Dhul Hijjah, it is the Hajj where the pilgrims are in the Mashaer zone and where the supply is focused to Mashaer. The second slide is the daily status of community flows. You have at the day of today the plan, the real community flow from Swaq to Makkah city, cumulative and daily. You have also the community flows from Makkah to Mashaer, cumulative and daily. You can see that we are from Swaq above the plan. For Mashaer, we are a little bit below the plan. And we have, you can see below the slide, the daily status of each storage and the total of storage. We are now 1,500,000 cubic meter, and the plan is 1,500,000. So we are just nice compared to the plan. We took data from 4 years ago, and we elaborated the plan with this data. So you can see the curve, and we have now reliable data from for this period, taking in account different parameters, last year's consumptions, but also last year's actions. Means that in some past we had some leaks which are now repaired, and the network is now much better.